So today, we're going to be talking about the balance changes. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They finally announced balance changes for 14 heroes. So we're going to go through each and every single one of them. I'm going to give you my opinions and what to expect about these balance changes. My name is Mike, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Talking about these balance changes, I'm just going to jump in this vampire draft because why not? I also need to get some eliminations for the clan quest, so I might as well do this while doing the balance changes for you guys. So, like I said, there are 14 changes in the, or not 14 changes, 14 heroes getting affected by the balance changes. And like I said, we're gonna go through each and every single one of them. First off is the Ice Queen. I'm sorry that I'm looking away. I actually have my notes whenever I'm looking this way, so I do apologize if I'm looking back and forth. But yes, the Ice Queen is our first hero that I'm going to talk about. She is getting a buff. She is getting a buff in her ability. Just to make just to be specific, she is getting a 20% ability buff. So her ability at level 9 does 42 damage and is getting increased to 50, which is not bad at all. And also, I actually made comparisons to see how much they would deal in at level 25. So, at level 25, the Ice Queen does 104 damage for ability. But with the 20% damage increase, the Ice Queen will now be dealing 482. That's an estimate. It could be 481, 480, whatnot. It could be one of those numbers, but it's gonna be in the 480 range. This is something that the Ice Queen was definitely needing. Like, the Ice Queen really needed a buff for a while. This is actually a good buff in my opinion. The Ice Queen definitely needed, but we might be seeing, Ice Queen Sentinels deck maybe because of it, but we'll see what happens in the upcoming days. Next up, we got the Golem. The Golem is getting a nerf again. This is like the third or fourth nerf that the Golem has received. The Golem cannot catch a break. That is for sure. So the Golem is getting a 5% nerf in attack and ability. That's going to be a big change, a big difference. But we're going to see how much damage he will now do. So, with his damage, the Golem was doing 41 damage, and now it's being dropped to 39. And his ability, he was doing 30, and now he's going to be doing 28. So instead of doing 71 damage like he was doing before, he is now going to be dealing 67 damage with attack and ability power. Which, it doesn't make a big difference, look at those numbers, but look at when I tell you the level 25. So level 25, the Golem was doing 385 damage. Not too bad. It's getting dropped to 366 if I'm doing the math correctly. I sometimes did the math without using the calculator, so this is what I did. According to my math, he is now going to be doing 366. Numbers could change. It could be different. But that's a 19 damage difference, and of course his ability was doing 289 damage. It's gonna be dropped to 274. That at level 25, that is a big difference. That is going to change the meta up there because we keep seeing Golem, Giant, Sentinel decks, and that is a pretty big difference for the Giants. So we might be seeing less Giants from now on, which is sad, but I guess it is needed. We're gonna actually take the Enchantress here instead of the Sentinel. Ooh, we'll also take the Sorceress. And we'll also take, wow, we'll take the Priest. I don't need 3 enchantment cards. Alright, so that is that for the Golem. Let's actually enchant the Sorceress over here. Hit the Priest and the Giant, not too bad. Or the Vampire, I mean. So next up, we have the Werewolf. The Werewolf is actually a pretty big change. Not gonna lie, pretty big change. It says the Werewolf is going to receive a 15% health increase. So that means that the werewolf's health right now is at 461 and it's going to increase to 553 And because of that, that is going to make her the tankiest hero in the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Sentinel only has like 540, 541. The Werewolf getting up to 553. That is going to make her the tankiest hero in the game. That is well needed, but there's something a little bit off when I'm doing the math here, because I also use a calculator and something's not right. At level 25, it says that the Werewolf has 4,371 plus 15 is 5,026. Now, the Sentinel actually has 5,100 health. So how is a level 9 Werewolf have more health than the Sentinel, but at level 25 the Sentinel has more health than the Werewolf? Do you guys get what I mean? Like, that's something that I'm not understanding. Maybe it's on my part, but the thing is, I did math with my brain, and I also did math with the calculator, and it's actually giving me the same results. The Sentinel has more health than the Werewolf. That's something that I'm not understanding, but we will see whenever the balance update happens, which it will be on Monday. So stay tuned for that. We got 3 days until the balance update actually goes live. Next up, we got the Drakeling. The Drakeling needed a much needed buff, and he actually did get a buff. The Drakeling will get a 12.5% ability buff. 12.5 is a bit of an odd number, but we're getting what we're getting. So right now the Drakeling's ability was doing 81 damage. It will now be increased to 91. That is plus 10 at level 9, which is pretty good if you ask me. Now at level 25, the Drakeling was doing 765 damage ability damage, is now going to be increased to 840. That is a big difference. That is what, 75 difference. That is quite a bit. I'm gonna take the wizard. Sorry, I'll keep talking about the balance update in a minute. Let me just get these cards. Get the knight as well. But yeah, the Drakeling will be receiving a big buff. We might see Drakelings pretty soon, hopefully, because the Drakeling does need a buff. Let's actually push the wizard upwards. Okay. I wanted to hit the Huntress, but that's fine. Next up, we got the wizard. The wizard is actually getting a damage and ability nerf. The wizard, I do believe that the wizard is squishy, so he didn't need a nerf, but a lot of people were complaining about the wizard, so they actually got what they wanted. A nerf to the wizard. So the wizard is getting a 4 damage nerf. So his damage was a 62 and is now going to drop to 60. Not too big of a deal at level 9. But his ability will be dropping down from 20 to 16. Now that is a huge difference. The whole point of the wizard is to deal damage with his ability. You know, he gets the actually he does 60. Oh, never mind. He does 62. I thought it said 64. But yeah, the whole point of the wizard is his ability. The ability is what makes him strong. And, you know, lowering the ability down, we might actually see less wizards in the meta. Which I guess is needed. I guess it's needed because a lot of people are complaining about the wizard, so they actually got what they wished for. So, at level 25, the wizard was dealing 586 damage. It will now be dropped to 563 if I'm actually doing the math correctly. I could be wrong. I could actually be wrong. But, you know, I'm trying my best to actually do some research and do some maths for you guys. So I do hope that I'm correct. If I'm not, I do apologize, but we will see the actual numbers on Monday. But yes, that is the wizard's balance update. Next up, we got the Frog Mystic. The Frog Mystic is actually receiving a huge buff. A huge buff. Let me see if I can hit the Puppet Master here with the wizard. There you go. Ooh, nice. We actually took out the Puppet Master there. But yes, the Frog Mystic. The Frog Mystic will be receiving a 10% damage buff. That is quite a bit. From 45 to 50 damage at level 9. That is pretty good. And a 20% ability increase. That is absurd. That is a lot. That is a huge change. A huge balance buff there. So at level 9, it's not big of a difference. You know, he used to do he used to do 31 health. Now he's going to be healing for 37 per cricket or per frog or whatever those things are, those bugs. But yeah, that's a 6 difference in level 9. But at level 25 is a big difference. So the wizard was, or not the wizard, the frog mystic was doing 430 at level 25. And now he's going to be doing 473 damage at level 25. That is plus 43 damage. That is absurd. That is quite high. We might lose here. I'm hoping that the puppet is actually blocking the wizard. Nope, he will actually get a double hit there. Oh well. But yeah, that's a plus 43 difference in the damage buff. That is quite a bit. That is quite a bit, if I do say so myself. And of course, the ability buff. The frog mystic used to heal for 298 per bug, and it's now going to be healing for 358 per bug. That is a huge difference. We're probably going to see more of the frog mystic in the meta, especially up there in the ladder facing max level players. So frog mystic is going to be viable. It's just it just got outshined by the priest and the paladin. So this buff was needed for the frog mystic. However, I do see a lot of heal decks. So I don't know if that was the smart play, but I guess it is a play overall. Let's see if we can hit the vampire towards the berserker there. Not too bad. Alright, so that's it for the frog mystic. We got the archer. The archer, this is actually a little bit of a controversial topic here, because a lot of people were actually mad about this change for the archer. The archer actually received a nerf. It actually received a huge ability nerf. If you guys don't know the archer's ability, the archer shoots arrows whenever she hits someone. 3 arrows to be exact behind her from whenever she hits someone. Her arrows used to do 54 per arrow, and it's now going to be dealing 41 per arrow. That is a huge difference for the arrow, or for the archer there. And we're actually going to see what she does at level 25 now. At level 25, the arrows used to do 511. That is pretty massive damage for just the arrows. That's actually much she actually does more damage than some troops' base damage. You know, it's pretty absurd. But I guess it was needed. So she used to do 511 per arrow. And now her arrows is going to be doing 388. That is absurd. As you can see, that is over 100. Over 100 of her ability just got nerfed. But you know, the damage just went down super hard. So the archer, we might be seeing less archers. Remember, guys, I know most of you guys are mad, but keep in mind, the archer is actually one of the top damage dealers in the game. When it comes to base damage, she is in the top 4. I actually made a video about it. The archer is there. Top 4. I think she does 81 damage at level 9, so imagine at level 25. So I guess it was needed. It was needed. The berserker will get his ability, thank goodness. Can we push? I gotta kill off that berserker, so let's see if we can do this. I completely missed the paladin, but that's fine. But yes, there you go for the archer. The archer will be receiving a massive nerf when it comes to her ability. So for those who love the archer, I did like the archer before. The archer was really good, but now with that ability nerf, we might actually be seeing less archers, which I don't know how you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the balance changes whenever, of course, I'm done with doing this video. Next up, we got the Barbarian. The Barbarian actually got nerfed as well, with health and ability. That, and a pretty big one at that too. So with that being said, let's continue on. Let me just try to kill off this paladin. We were. Alright, so the Barbarian got a 5% health nerf. So a pretty small, kind of a small change for level 9. From 439 to 417. That's a 22 health decrease. It is kind of a biggie depending on how you think. And her ability actually got nerfed, and this is actually a pretty big one. So the Barbarian got a 17% ability nerf. That is quite a bit. Now at level 9, it doesn't seem that much of a difference because if you guys don't know, her ability is to increase her attack power every time she actually hits a troop until it's her turn. So, with that being said, her ability was to increase attack power by 19 every time she hits someone. But now she will be increasing her attack power by 16. Now, at level 9, that's not big of a deal, but let's see what happens at level 25. At level 25, her health was at 4,167. Now, her level 25 health is 3,958, I believe. That is huge. At level 25, the Barbarian does not reach 4,000 health. That is absurd. That is actually a pretty big, that's a pretty big difference. For level 25, you really do need tanky heroes, and Barbarian kind of used to be one, but she is not anymore. The Barbarian will not be able to reach 4,000 health, ever, unless she actually gets a damaging health increase again in the future, which I honestly don't expect for it to do so. But that's it, yeah. That is pretty big. Now, when it comes to her ability at level 25, she used to be able to increase her attack power by 183 every time she hits someone. Now, with her 17% ability nerf, she is going to be dealing 151 per attack. That is a big difference. With 4 hits, you used to reach 600-ish or 700 damage, but now you cannot do that with 4 hits. It'll barely reach 600. So that is a pretty big change, if you do ask me. It's pretty big. That is another kind of a controversial topic there, because some people love the Barbarian, and I love her too. I love the Barbarian too, but seeing that the Barbarian received a massive nerf, I don't know what to expect. Let's see if we can hit the vampire up there. Okay, we hit the giant, but not the vampire. But I mean, that's okay. But that is it for the Barbarian. All right, now we're getting to the interesting stuff. And I'm actually happy with this change, the Mice Bandit. However, I wanted the Mice Bandit to receive an ability nerf, not a health nerf. The Mice Bandit did not need more health nerfs. He needs an ability nerf. The Mice Bandit should not be able to deal over 100 damage in one hit. Like, that is absurd. That should not be a thing. That should not be a thing, guys. Like, seriously. Let's see if we can hit the vampire towards the Jaguar. There you go. We gotta take out this Jaguar before anything else. We'll see, though. We'll see what we can do. But yes, the Mice Bandit will be receiving 5% health nerf. So with that being said, at level 9, the Mice Bandit will be dealing, or will have, excuse me, let me make this play. All right. So, the Mice Bandit has 345 at level 9. 345 health for level 9. Now the Mice Bandit will be dropped to 328. That is quite a bit of a nerf. He is getting very low next to the bomber and whatnot. He is getting very close to the bomber's health. But that is for level 9. Now at level 25. At level 25, the Mice Bandit will now he used to have 3,276 health with a 5% health decrease. Let me take the Frog Mystic. Let me do this real quick. I should have probably taken the Sentinel, but that's fine too. Let's also take the Warrior. All right. Now with a 5% decrease from 3,276, the Mice Bandit will now have 3,012. I don't know if I actually got that math wrong, because it seems pretty big for a 5% decrease. I could be mistaken there. Yeah, I think I am mistaken there. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, I definitely need to heal up that vampire. So wait a second. So I believe the Mice Bandit will be... No, sorry. The Mice Bandit will have 3,112 health, not 3,012. So there you go. That is for level 25 Mice Bandit, from 3,276 down to 3,112. That is kind of a big change. The Mice Bandit is getting very weak. Very weak. But I guess it's needed? Maybe? Let's see if we can take out that vampire while healing up the Frog Mystic there. Oh, that should be death, right? No, the vampire's still alive. Alright. But yeah, that is it for the Mice Bandit. The Mice Bandit is good. I do like the Mice Bandit nerf, but I believe that he needed an ability nerf, not a health nerf. But what can you do, right? Alright, so next up, we got... Wait, can I take out that Rocketeer, please? There you go. Oh, can we take out the vampire too? Nope. Alright. So next up, we got the Rocketeer, and this is actually another controversial one. The Rocketeer is actually getting a buff. For how strong he is actually getting a buff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually surprised about this. So he is getting a 9% ability increase. So he is going to be dealing more damage with his rockets. So with that being said, at level 9, the Rocketeer is doing 65 damage. When it comes to the rockets, it is now going to be increased to 70 damage with the rocket's power. That is absurd. Now, at level 25, he is going to be much more scary. So, at level 25, golly, at level 25, the Rocketeer is already doing 619 damage per rocket. It is now going to be dealing 663. I think we're going to lose this match. I need the Frog Mystic to stay alive. I don't think he will. Yep, that's death, isn't it? No, he is still alive. Wow. Can I take out the bomber real quick? Let me see. 109. I need a double hit to win. Can we do it? Yes, we can. There you go. My Frog Mystic survived with only 20 health. That is absurd. Now, we probably got the biggest change right now. The biggest change. We are actually going to talk about the Warrior. Now, the Warrior is a very interesting change. They actually did a rework. Now, usually what it means for reworks is they nerfed and buffed the a troop at the same time. So when it comes to the Warrior, they nerfed and buffed her. So they nerfed her attack power, her damage power. They nerfed it by 20%. That is a big change. Now, at level 9, it's not that big of a deal, but it is at level 25. At level 9, she used to do 53 damage. Now it's going to be dropped to 42. That is pretty big. That is a pretty big change there. I should have probably taken the striker there, but it's okay. We're gonna take the Blaze, man. The Blaze is strong, and we're gonna talk about the Blaze in a bit. But there you go. So let's push the Blaze upwards. Hit the Paladin. Ooh. I expected to hit the Assassin or the Vampire. I actually hit neither of them, just a Paladin. But yeah. The Warrior will be receiving a damage nerf of, so 53 down to 42. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. At level 25, even more. But this is a weird one. Her ability will be increased, and it's going to be increased drastically. They are giving her a 48% ability increase. Now, if you ask me, that is absurd. That is almost... That's practically over half of the buff right there. So what I mean is... So, her ability. Her ability is to take out troops that has 143 health before the update. 143 health or less. So the Warrior used to one-shot troops at 143 health or less. Now, right now, with the ability, she will now be able to take out troops that has 211 health or less. Now, 211 health, some troops some troops, that's actually half. That's actually half of the health. 211. So that is a big buff for the Barbarian. For the Warrior. We might actually be able to see more Warriors in the meta because of that ability. That is a huge change in the ability, but I guess it was needed. I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like that's too much for the Warrior. Let me take out the Treant. No, we did not take out the Treant, but that's fine. Now, at level 25, with the damage decrease, she used to do 507 damage. It will now be dropped to 405. I believe it's 405. It could be 406, 404. It could be one of those numbers. But over 100 damage nerf. That is pretty high at level 25. But look at this ability buff. So, her ability used to take out troops that had 1,369 health or less. But with the ability buff, she will now be able to take out troops that has 2,026 health or less. Like I said, for some troops, that is half health. That is half health, and that is going to be absurd. We're probably going to be seeing the Warrior pretty much everywhere. If they know what they're doing, this could be a good change. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if we're going to keep facing Warriors or not. But that is for the Warriors balance update. Next up, we have the Huntress. Now, the Huntress is one of the meta decks, or one of the cards in the meta. Of course, you know how strong she is. The Huntress is receiving a nerf, thankfully. The Huntress is receiving a 6% damage nerf, which is good. 6% damage nerf, so she used to do 76, now she's going to be dealing 71, which is a good change. Don't get me wrong, it is a good change. Should we just hit the Golem 4 times and the Rocketeer twice? I guess we'll do that. And her ability is going down 10%, like all of her abilities. So her attack, her defense, and her speed is going down. So her attack power used to do her buff used to do 33, and it's now going to be lowered to 30, which is not a big difference at level 9. And her defense, her defense buff is going to be lowered from 16 to 14, which again, it's not a big deal at level 9. But it is pretty massive change. It is a pretty massive change. Let's see if we can heal up the vampire a little bit. Yes, we were actually able to do that while taking out the golem. The golem was needed. Alright, so at level 25, the Huntress's damage used to do 724 damage. That is pretty high, not gonna lie. That is a pretty high damage for a rare card. Can we take out the vampire? I don't know if we're gonna be able to take out the vampire. I would like to. Bada bing. No, we won't. I think we're gonna lose this match. I think we will lose this match unless the Wraith does something incredibly awesome here. Oh yeah, I think we're going to lose this match. But that's fine. Alright, so, like I said, the Huntress was dealing 724 damage, is going to be lowered to 685. That is a pretty big difference, if you ask me, for a level 25 card. Let's activate that trap. Hopefully, he should not be able to triple hit me. And her ability, like I said, her ability will be dropped 10%, so her attack power, or her attack buff, used to be 311. It will now be dropped to 280. Not too bad. Not too bad. Her defense, it will be lowered from 156 to 140. That, not a big difference, but still, it's a pretty good nerf for the Huntress. And of course, it was not mentioned in the picture that I'm posting about, Ichiro, but her speed is also getting lowered. Now, her speed is actually a little bit weird, but it is still getting a nerf. So her speed, she actually used to get like a 58% speed buff. is now getting it is now being lowered from 48 to 51 when it comes to the speed buff. I cannot believe I missed the Rocketeer. No way I just missed that, guys. Wow. That was bad. So I do apologize for losing the run, but that's fine. We only have like 2 heroes to talk about, guys. So I'm sad that we lost, but that's okay. So next up we got the Blaze. The Blaze is one of the other cards in the meta that is super strong, definitely needed the nerf, and we're going to talk about it right now. So the Blaze is receiving a 5% damage nerf. So at level 9 she used to be dealing 68 damage, it will now be dropped to 65. At level 9 that's not big of a difference, but it will be affected at level 25 in a huge way. Not too, well, not the shamans that I needed, but it's okay. So with that, we're going to talk about her ability damage. Her ability, it will be nerfed as well. So she will be receiving a 10% ability nerf. So her ability used to do 34 burn damage. It will now be dropped to 30, which is needed because the Blaze, you know how she is. She's super strong. You know how I feel about the Blaze? The Blaze really needed a nerf. I think we can all agree she really needed that nerf. So, the Blaze, at level 25, she was dealing 643 damage. It will be lowered to 622. That is a pretty big difference. Let me actually just post or not post, just show you guys a replay, just so you guys can be entertained while I'm still talking about this update. Actually, not well. I mean, just so you guys are interested in watching. But yes, at level 25, the Blaze used to do 643, is now going to be dealing 622. That is a 21% or 21 damage decrease. Not a lot, but it is a pretty good one, a pretty good nerf. Now, at level 25, she used to do 321 burn damage. That is a lot just for a burn damage. Like, that is absurd, guys. It will be lowered to 290. Now, it is needed. Like, without a doubt, it is needed. We definitely needed a nerf. I'm really hoping that with these changes, we're going to see a change in the meta, and especially, hopefully, we'll see a change because of this hero. This is the final hero they're going to be talking about, and is going to be the Warlord. The Warlord, it was the most expected balance hero, or, you know, the change that we're going to see in this balance update, and he will be receiving a 33% ability nerf. That is a third decrease ability nerf. That is absurd. That is such a big change, guys. This should shake up the meta right now, because you know how the Warlord is probably the best card in the game as of right now. The potential to just power up any troop, it is absurd, and it is honestly needed, guys. It was definitely needed. Now, at level 25, his ability used to buff up any troop. 612 damage at level 25. That is absurdly high. Level 25, giving any troops just 612 damage. Just buffing up any troop, 612 damage. You know how absurd is that, guys? That is too much. So, with that being said, with a third of his ability power taking out, from 612, it will be taken down to 408. Now, that is a huge difference at level 25. I'm honestly hoping to not see as many Warlords as I am whenever I'm playing in the ladder and in challenges. Like I said, guys, level 9, from 67 to 45. That's a pretty big difference at level 9. And level 25, 612 to 408. And that is all the balance updates of every single hero that we're expected to see on Monday. So let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about the balance update. Now, with this, I do agree with most of this. I do agree with most of these balance updates. It was needed. I'm actually happy. However, the Rocketeer, I didn't believe, or a buff was not necessary. I actually believe it needed a health nerf. The Rocketeer is too healthy. I get it. He needs to be tanky, but at the same time, I feel like he is too tanky, and his ability is already strong enough. Why buff up his ability? You know. And the Mice Bandit, good that we're seeing a nerf, but I don't believe that we needed another health nerf. We need an ability nerf. I guess that they're trying to keep it as a glass cannon, but I mean, I guess lowering his health is good. At least we're going the right direction, but we'll see. And of course, I believe the warrior is going to change the meta. The warrior can now be able to take out heroes at half health, and that is going to be absurd. So we're going to see a lot of warriors in the future. Just stay tuned for that. And I'm honestly hoping that if we do see a lot of warriors in the meta, hopefully the development team can make a few changes to just nerf the warrior instead of just taking too long like they did, that we haven't had an update in the past 8 months. So with that being said, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. That was a mouthful talking about these balance updates, but it was really needed balance updates. Like I said, most of these heroes I do agree with, except like 2 or 3, but that's totally fine. I'm happy to see some changes coming along the way after 8 months without seeing any changes. Just let me know down in the comments below how you feel about these changes, and we'll just have a debate to see if we agree or disagree. Thanks so much for watching this video, and thanks again for your continued support, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care.